Welcome to another episode of Cooking on the Fry. Today's special guest, Chuck. Chuck I, to be exact. What you're looking at is one of two Chuck I steaks that I was able to buy at Safeway for about $7. That means this steak was about $3.50. The instructions have some verbiage about cooking for 2 hours. Well, we don't have 2 hours, we have a few minutes. So let's do this in a few minutes. The first thing I'm going to do with Chuck the steak here is put it in the microwave 3 minutes at 20% and then flip it and 3 more minutes at 20%. That will bring it up close to room temperature. The next thing I'm going to do is preheat my oven to 400 degrees. Here we go. Now we just have to wait. The microwave just stopped after the first 3 minutes, so right now I am going to turn my iron skillet burner onto medium so it can have a little over 3 minutes to warm up for us. So the microwave is done and the Chuck I steak is now way closer to room temperature than it was, but it has not begun cooking. While I am waiting for my skillet and my oven to reach the appropriate temperatures for cooking, I am going to prep the steak for cooking, and I'll show you how I do that. This wonderful product is Spectrum Organic Sunflower Oil. It's refined for high heat. It says it has a smoke point of 460 degrees. This is very, very handy for cooking. I love this stuff. So, whoa, missed! That's what I get for cooking on the fry. Pour a little on the steak. Rub it around and make sure to get some on the sides too, because we're going to sear the sides when we actually start searing this steak. Now this is Weber Chicago steak seasoning. I don't really care what Chicago has to do with it. What I care is that it's basically salt, garlic, red bell pepper, and red pepper. That's simple. How bad could this be? So I'm going to dump this on my steak. There we go. Press it in a little bit. Flip it over. And do the same thing on the other side. That wonderful beep means that my oven is now preheated. That's good news. And yes, I do rinse my hands off between scenes. Now I'll dump the rest of this seasoning out. Sorry about the jiggling the camera here. This is reality cooking, point of view stuff. And what you get is a little reality. Okay. Ready to sear. This pan is just smoking. Here we go. Set the timer to 2 minutes. It takes about 2 minutes to get a sear on each side of this steak. Okay, it's been on for 2 minutes. Let's flip it over. There we go. And set it for another 2 minutes. Okay, now we have seared the steak for 2 minutes on a side, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to sear it on the side about 10 long seconds for each exposed side. Yeah, close enough. I'll pick it up. Do the other side. Good. Now I am going to very carefully get this iron skillet into my preheated oven. Safety first. I am not going to do this while I am holding the camera, for obvious reasons. And of course, don't forget to turn off the burner. There we go. I'm going to set my oven for 5 minutes and check on it in 5 minutes and see what the temperature is. I am shooting for a internal meat temperature of 130 to 135 in the thickest part of the meat. See you in 5 minutes. Okay, well, it was a couple seconds for you. It was 5 minutes for me, okay? I did some sit-ups. It was good. So now let's get Chuck-Eye out and see what his internal temperature is. Here goes. Wow, he's over 140. Let's try another thick part of the meat. Well, it's significantly lower, actually. This is a tougher part of the Chuck-Eye. It's only about 126 or 26. No, it's going up to 130, 131. I think it's safe to pull it and let it rest. Okay, there is our hopefully cooked Chuck-Eye steak, and what I'm going to do is let it rest for 6 minutes. And I'm going to set the timer to make sure it rests for 6 minutes. This is interesting. It looks like the internal temperature actually went up while it was resting. This meat is now at 153. So it's likely cooked. Here's another place where it is at about 140. Okay, after 6 minutes of rest, let's cut into this Chuck-Eye and see what we got. I'm not good at cutting while holding a camera. Hopefully this will work. And let's see what we got. Look at that. Interesting. It's all the way out. Wow. That looks... I'm not a great judge of steak rareness. It looks medium rare. Interesting stuff. Let's see how it tastes. Here goes. Not bad. Not bad at all. That was an interesting experiment. I don't know if any or all of you out there want to cook steak as rare as this. You might want to leave it in a little longer, but that's why I use a meat thermometer, is so I know when it's safe to pull the steak, and I can cook things kind of rare and know that they're okay. So until next time, good luck and good cooking.